hint of like a rusty red in there. Hi Angela, how are you? Thanks for joining. So I think that we might go with a simpler palette, which are these. All right, so if you haven't used Shadow Sense before, if you can give me a thumbs up sign. And if you have used Shadow Sense before, give me some hearts. Hi Brianna. Okay, so I am putting Sandstone Pearl matte all over my lid, and I'm just going to take a brush, and I do that just so I can give myself an even base. Shadow Sense, awesome. Shadow Sense does not require a primer. It's cream to powder, it's going to set, and once it sets, you are good. Okay, so Brianna has not used Shadow Sense before, so this will be mind-blowing maybe for her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the palette on the back of my hand and let that dry. So this is my base color, which is Sandstone Pearl. Then we're going to go in next with Mulberry, which Mulberry is like my go-to if I don't know what I'm doing. It's Mulberry is going on my eyes. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? Thanks for joining. And okay, so that's Mulberry, and then we're gonna go in with Candy Cocoa Shimmer, which is like my favorite but super limited edition. I have like 2 left in stock and they're gone company wide. That's Candy Cocoa Shimmer. And then the last color is gonna be Rustic Brown, which is gonna be our deeper color. Okay, so here's our palette right here. All right, so that's gonna take a little bit to dry because it's on there thick. All right, so I'm gonna take Mulberry, and I just rub my brush right here and get the product. I know, I don't go up that way very often anymore. But I don't think you're at the front desk anymore anyway. Where do they have you hidden now, Elizabeth? Elizabeth and I work, we both work for the same credit union, and it's rather large, so like, unless you are in the same area, you almost never see certain people unless you have to see them. All right, so I'm just taking Mulberry, and I am literally just sloppily putting this. Oh, you're across the street. That's why I don't see you. I haven't actually been to the new building yet. Okay, so I'm just taking Mulberry and I'm putting it in my crease pretty far up. So see how my brush is coming almost all the way up to my brow, and making sure I'm blending here because I always forget to blend in there. It's like the forgotten child. When I do Shadow Sense, I make sure I do one eye at a time, by the way, because once, oh my gosh, once it sets, and hopefully it got all over my shirt. Once it sets, it's in there. So, and it gets a little troublesome to blend, so I try to do one eye at a time. Okay. So Elizabeth, the new building opened like when I was pretty pregnant with Alina, and I was not walking across the street. Hi Danielle, how are you? Thanks for joining. So I just haven't gone over there. Eventually I'll need to. All right, so I am putting Mulberry in my crease pretty far up my brow bone. Hi Debbie. Debbie just did an amazing photo using our mascara. All right, so I just went back in. I'm just working this Mulberry up until I get the intensity I want, and we're almost there. So one of the tricks with a smoky eye too is understanding your eye shape and what flatters certain parts of your eye. So I'm going to tell you guys that I'm a narrow set eye, and here's how I know that. If I measure from my outer brow bone, so my brow tail, like where the hairs are, like basically my temple. So I'm measuring from this bone here. I can measure that. Okay, so if I had a piece of paper, it'd be easier. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take it and see if it matches my bridge of my nose here, and it doesn't. So the bridge of my nose is more narrow than my temple, so I have a narrow set eye, right? So my goal is to draw darkness on the outside. Hi Jenny. To draw darkness on the outside and light on the inside, and what that's going to do is make my eyes look bigger. So just wait. So maybe what I'll do is just do one eye and then show you the difference, okay? If you have wide set eyes, so that means that the space between here and your temple and your nose, that the bridge of your nose is wider than the space between the side and your temple, then you have a wide set eye. If it's the same size, then you don't have either of those. If you have a wide set eye, then you want to bring some darkness to close the gap here. So you would do really well with just darkness everywhere on your lid, things like that. If you have a deep set eye, I don't have a deep set eye, but a deep set eye is where your eyeball and you've got a ton of lid space, and your eye or the bridge of your brow bone actually is protruding out more than your eyeball. For those cases, you definitely don't want to bring a lot of darkness here because you're just going to set your eye further back. So for me, I've learned that basic rules. I want my darkest shadow out here and my lightest shadow out here. Okay, so some people would be like, oh, that's not really a smoky eye, but I feel like it's more wearable anyway on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so I'm going to take Candy Cocoa Shimmer on that same brush and that same method, and I'm going to again put this all in my crease. Okay, this is a pretty forgiving color, so I'm not worried about keeping all the darkness out here. It does blend really easily. So my first dip basically in the product, I'm just going to deepen up my crease. Now, if you notice, I'm not bringing the product all the way up here. I'm keeping it right in my crease where my brush is going, and I'm not blending it out. I'm not blowing that crease out. I am just blending, okay? So once I have the product going, then I'm going to do small little circles because I am not a fan of the harsh line. I really like my eyes to be pretty blended, but you know, if you like the harsh line, that's fine. For me, I feel like there's no rules in makeup. If you love what you're doing, then just keep doing it. Who cares what other people think? All right, so you can see I've just given myself a shadow. So here there's no shadow, here there's a shadow. It's a little bit of shimmer. I'm gonna go back in with some product. And this time I'm really going to focus it out here. I want to not bring any more product in. I'm gonna focus it out here on my outside. So see how that's doing? I'm kind of just pouncing it and then I'll wiggle it. Because I want to keep the darkness out here. Hi Sandy, hi Rebecca. So we can already see the eye is looking bigger. Let me do this, okay? I mean, obviously my eyes haven't grown. I mean, I don't have a magic wand. I'm just blending this right here because I don't like that harsh edge. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with a clean brush, and I'm just going to smooth out any of my edges, okay? Because the next step is where we're going to introduce the darkest color. So far, I show you my palette. This is my base. This is what we call our transition shade. So this is the one that went almost all the way up to my brow bone. This was my crease. And now this is gonna be the darker shade that I'm gonna smoke, and so I'm gonna smoke it out through here and bring it in. So I concentrated some of that, let me see the light, okay. I concentrated some of the darkness out here first to give this rustic brown a little bit of stuff to stick to, okay? So I'm gonna let this sit for just a second because with the cream to powder shadows, if you put wet shadow on wet shadow on wet shadow without it letting it dry between, you're gonna end up with a muddied mess. So I want that to kind of cure a little bit. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of work on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna take the Candy Cocoa Shimmer and I'm gonna scrape it. And I'm just gonna put a little bit like this. Don't be scared. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my Mulberry, which always escapes. Like, I will use it and it runs away. I don't know what happened to it. It's literally like, where did it go? No idea. Okay. Hi Amy, how are you? Okay, so I'm looking, there it is. All right, so now I'm gonna take my Mulberry and do the same thing. I scraped it. Thanks, Brianna. I'm telling you, I have really been doing, like, paying attention to my skincare, and I swear it's because I've been using that new neck cream of ours all over my face. So, yeah, okay, so see what I did? I just smoked that out, put a little color in my lower lash line. I have no makeup on, by the way. I have mascara on, that's it. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with Rustic Brown. Now this is the way that I like to do dark shadows because I feel like it gives me a little bit more control. So I'm gonna keep my eye this way so you can see. So I'm scraping product and I'm literally going to put a dot like that, okay? I'm gonna let it sit for a couple seconds because I don't wanna move it when it's super wet. And I'm gonna take this dense brush and wiggle. I'm gonna wiggle. And I'm wiggling at an angle, see that? Because I wanna create some length this way. All right, and once I feel like the product's not moving anymore, I'm gonna go back in with another dot and wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. So, hi Betty. Amy, I was thinking that we need to have another local girl margarita lunch. So let me know if that sounds good to you and maybe see if Carla wants to do that too. All right, so I'm wiggling. Okay, you're probably like, wow, that's a mess. It's not. Hi, Theresa. All right, so I am going to now take my clean brush and I'm going to wiggle this some more and blend. So this product has not set all the way yet, so I can still move it around, but it's still going to keep that darkness out here. So you see the difference already between my eyes. So let me cover this versus that, right? This eye looks lifted, it looks bigger, and I haven't done any of the brightening here yet, so we still have a little ways to go. Awesome. Okay, great, Amy. We'll get something set up. All right, so look at that. Now, I might want to go back through here with a little bit of mulberry. So the one thing about a smoky eye really is you have to take your time and work the product. And you want to work it in the way that looks good to you. So I just took some mulberry to fix a little bit of that shadow. It had gotten too dark up there for me. So I went through it and just erased it. You can't do that with powder shadows, by the way. The powder won't let you put light over dark and do anything other than muddy it out. So we have the darkness there. I'm gonna go in a little bit more. And my brush. And really concentrate that darkness right there. And now I'm going to start bringing it in just a little bit. Hi, Rachel. I'm bringing it in just a little bit. This is rustic brown, Rachel. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. So this is what works best for my eye shape, right? This may not be the best thing suitable. I'm gonna put some candy cocoa right on my lid for everybody, but I really like how this turns out and how it makes my eyes appear bigger. So I'm putting the shimmer shade here, the candy cocoa shimmer, because it's gonna reflect light and it's gonna help open this up. So look at how that just all came together. Now granted, my mascara is like half off because I was taking my makeup off when I was like, oh, maybe I should go do this live. But look at that. Right? So I'm also gonna take that brush, it's got a little bit of product on it, and smoke out that eye. Yeah, you can share it because it's public. Rachel, go ahead and share it to your group and to your personal page. It's totally fine. And it's all shadow sense, so this will be great. Okay, so done, right? Done. So let me see. I'll put a little liner on. Just looking for some liner. Maybe I'll do Lash Extend. So we have different types of liners. We have liquid and we have pencil. But our liners come in, our liquid liners come in 3 versions. They come in a lash growing version. They come in an alcohol-based version, which I know sounds really scary, but it's not. And then it comes in a shimmer version. So I'm using the lash growing version because this one's just water resistant. And I don't want to fight with having to scrub a whole bunch of waterproof makeup off. although I feel like I might have to do that anyway. Okay, so there's my liner. There's my smoky eye on this side. I'm gonna put another coat of mascara on just to make this look a little bit more copacetic. Lashes make a difference. If some people ask me all the time, what's your #1 beauty product? And first thing I say is good skincare, but outside of that, if we're talking solely makeup, it's always mascara. Mascara makes your eyes just look wider, longer, open, youthful, makes you look more youthful, awake. Hey, Dad. All right, so they make a huge difference. And also, look at them. All right, so here is my smoky version here. And I feel like my you know, I don't have any other makeup on, so it looks really funny. So, I mean, look at the just look at the difference. Wide and awake, tired, droopy eye. Is that crazy? And there's your palette here. I'm gonna make sure it's dry before I rub it, because if it's not dry, all right. So watch. Not going anywhere. Is that awesome? Like, you can't do that with powder shadows. I don't care who you are. Okay, so this is smoky. Now, a lot of people are always saying to me, well, but I really want a traditional smoky eye, so maybe we'll do that on this side. So I'm gonna take Candy Cocoa Shimmer, and I'm gonna make this my transition. I already have Mulberry on there, so I'm gonna make this my transition. And this is my favorite combo, Mulberry and Candy Cocoa. So see how I'm really blowing this out? I mean, you could just do this and be good. So like I said, Candy Cocoa Shimmer is limited edition. It is gone company-wide. I have 2 in stock. They're $22 a piece. I thought about hoarding them because I love it so much, but I have 2 open. So I am not hoarding my limited editions anymore, but if you want a Candy Cocoa Shimmer, you need to let me know now, because they're probably gonna sell by the end of this weekend. All right, so now I'm taking Rustic Brown, and instead of this time doing it out here, I'm gonna do the traditional smoky eye. I rub it along my base of my lashes first. Now I am using the wand. These are my personal things, so I don't mind doing that. Also, I do want to say this. If you are using any type of cream, I don't want to say that. If you're using a cream base product like this, you really need to be careful with how long your tubes have been opened if you are touching the product directly to your eyes, because we have bacteria and mites and things like that, hi Tiffany, that grow on your eyes and on your lashes. And if you are getting that in your product, that is a great way to get pink eye. I'm just gonna tell you. So don't be like me. I go through a lot of product, so I'm okay with doing it this way. But for a normal person who isn't doing their makeup like 6 times a day, you definitely don't want to put this directly on your eyelid. You want to roll it on a piece of paper or wax paper or the back of your hand after you've like cleansed it with alcohol, or you want to use your brush. You don't want to put that stuff directly onto your eye. All right, so do we see the difference already? I feel like this looks so heavy compared to this eye. Do you agree? Hi Amanda, which one so far do you guys like? The finished eye or the non-finished eye? Let me know. So I'm just gonna continue to layer this Rustic Brown on my lid. And then if you notice, I'm dabbing and then I'm pulling it up. So the trick is you want to keep your darkest here and you ombre it up into the light. So that's what I'm working on. And I don't use black. I feel like black is way heavy and it's hard to control. We have a really great black shadow called Onyx, but look at how closed my eye looks right now, and so the Onyx makes it look even worse. But if you want to see Onyx, let me know. just comment and tell me. And I'll add it to the very base and I can show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is your basic smoky eye. This is what most people think of when they see a smoky eye, like this, right? All right, we're gonna do one more layer of rustic brown. And I absolutely love this shade too. This one was actually limited edition and they made it permanent because we begged. It's a wonderful eyebrow shade. All right, so I'm just pulling it up and then dabbing. Yeah, I can't use it for eyeliner because I'm a little too oily, but it does make a great eyeliner. Onyx is a great eyeliner. I made a mistake right there, but that's okay. We aren't going anywhere. All right, so I'm going to switch back to Candy Cocoa and my fluffy brush. I'm just going to put a little bit on there. All right, so which eye are we liking? The finished eye or the eye I'm working on? Be honest. All right, I put a little bit more Candy Cocoa because I wanted to blend that edge out. And it's still looking kind of harsh, but it is really blended. I don't know if you can tell. Actually, let me see if I can zoom you in. So that's what we've got going on. This is the finished eye. This is the not finished eye. So I'm just going to blend the crease. The finished eye, yeah. I think it's more wearable too. And you know, while I'm here, I'm going to take this Onyx. I'm sorry. This rustic brown, and this is the cheater's way of filling in your brows, by the way. Did you see that? I'll take my little comb, and I'm gonna make a mess. I'll show you how to fix that. All right, so that eyebrow's fixed. So it was looking a little rough. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take what's on my eye here, on my brush, and bring it underneath my eye. Okay, and that's part of the smoke. So one thing about a smoky eye is that you do need to work your lower lash line. Okay, so here's your normal smoky eye. Let me see the Onyx in here, and if so, I'll just I don't think I do though. It's very rare that I have Onyx with me just because it's not one I gravitate towards. And I have like a little makeup bag of all my favorites. So, but it might be in here. But I don't think so. That's okay. No big deal. But you could go in with Onyx on this eye and deepen that up a little bit even more, and it would look totally fabulous. All right, so on this eye, I will show you Eye Sense. So this is Black Eye Sense. This is the alcohol version. What was I trying to say? I can't talk into eyeliner. Is anybody else so excited that tomorrow is Friday? My second, I don't even know, my younger son makes his first Holy Communion on Saturday. He's so excited. It's a big deal. And we have some family coming in from out of town, and hi Elizabeth. We're gonna ask Elizabeth what her favorite look is over here. She can't see the one. Okay. My wing is a little off. Just ignore it. Smoke and mirrors. It's a little off. It's way off. If I don't stop, I'm going to be the meme where, like, she's nothing but eyeliner. Yeah, that's about me in 2 seconds. Okay, so let me put another coat of mascara over here to be fair. So, Elizabeth, I did 2 different techniques for smoky eye. Okay. This eye, I did it based on my eye shape, which I am narrow set eyes. So I drew all the darkness out this way to make my eyes look less narrow set. And then this eye, I did it the traditional way, which is the darkness up into the light. So I'm asking, okay, if you like this eye, give me a heart. If you like this eye, give me a laughy face. And then that's how we will decide. So wearable? I don't know. And then this is my palette right here. So Sandstone Pearl is my base. Mulberry was my transition. Candy Cocoa Shimmer was my crease. And then on this side, it's also my lid. And then Rustic Brown was the dark shade. So for this eye, Rustic Brown's out here. For this eye, Rustic Brown's from the base of my lashes up to my transition. So don't make me meme you. I know, right? And also this brow's kind of done. I didn't do anything on this brow. Right? So there you have it. Like I said, let me go back through. This is Candy Cocoa Shimmer. I literally have 2 left in stock. Oh, I need my nails done. I have 2 left in stock. That's what it looks like blended out. It's just, I mean, I'm gonna cry when it's gone. It's so, so pretty. And this is a very flattering shade for anybody, from the most fair girl to the most deep girl. Actually, if you're super deep, this would be awesome as a highlighter. And a bunch of my product just came out because I've been opening and closing it. What's that? It's also great mixed as a blush. I'll mix it with Toasted Rose Blush Scents and just stipple it onto my cheeks. And it looks so good. Let me see if I have, maybe we'll just do it with Mulberry. Not that I can ever find my Mulberry when I want it. We've already gone through that. So what you can do too, because Blush Scents is multi-versatile, you can make a blush out of it. So I put Mulberry and a little bit of Candy Cocoa Shimmer. I literally have nothing else on my face right now, but you can see how pretty that is. I don't know if you can tell, actually, because I feel like I'm a little pink, but it looks really good. It's such a great color. Let's see if I can show it on the back of my hand. Which, by the way, also, my Candy Cocoa Shimmer is really mad at me right now. But, tis okay. Alright, so, I'll show you what this looks like. This is really going to be a lot because I grabbed a lot of Candy Cocoa, but look at that blush. So pretty. So, so pretty. All right, the alarm is set. That's my cue to go to bed because I have to be at work super early tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Again, if you're watching the replay, drop me that blue heart. Make sure you're commenting and asking questions because I do come back and read them and comment back. So I'm happy to answer any questions. And if this was a shared post, definitely don't feel like you can't ask questions because I'll get the notification. So there's my blush, and then there's my eye palette, and yeah, I mean, I don't go anywhere. It's great. All right, guys, have a great night. See you tomorrow. Bye.